Hello and welcome to another daily game analysis. And today I've decided to check this clip from Fiorenzo playing, I don't know if I said that right, but playing Amumu jungle. And this is interesting because usually you don't see... Wow, that was fucking crazy. That was amazing. Oh my god, he dies! I can't believe that. Wow. Anyway, he's playing Amumu jungle, and he is starting regrowth pendant. Now, whenever I've played Amumu jungle, I've liked doing that, especially if you're going to have to give the blue buff away, because you will run into mana problems later on, so rushing the Philos can be good. I know a lot of people just go straight for cloth armor and sort of don't think ahead, because you're going to want to think about, like, say for example you're going to have a retirement fund when you're working. It's the same sort of way when you're getting Philo Stone. You're going to want to make sure older Mumu is taken care of mana-wise later on. So that's what he's doing basically. And I assume if he's going to go Philos, he's probably going to go Heart of Gold as well. So, and we have Galio as well in mid. That's going to be mostly where he's going to want to gank. I mean, I guess he could gank for Teemo, but I'm never really going to want to gank for a solo lane that runs heal. I just feel there's less kill potential there. And Twisted Fate is fairly easy to gank. However, there is a Vayne top, so it might be nice to go and shut down that Vayne. I think Teemo would just win an all-out engage against Vayne if he heals correctly, because he's generally just stronger early. And the blind is what really makes Teemo strong against other like ranged champions. I think I'm not sure why people don't play him more. Just that blind is too strong. Anyway, back to jungle. He has done his wolves, blue, wraiths, and now he's doing wolves again. I'm not sure if he won't hit level 3 off this, will he? No, he doesn't hit level 3 off this. Like, what I like to do is do wolves, blue, wraiths, and then double golems, and then do red, but I'm not sure if you can do that with the regrowth pendant, but that's generally what I do when I play jungle. And there's no way he's going to be able to kill this red now. Or it's going to be quite difficult, at least. Maybe you can. But it would be easier to do it, especially when... Oh, I see. Right, so he hits level 3 off of this small, the small things, the small little lizards from the red. That's a smart idea. I've never seen people do that before. And that was a really, really nice reaction to Flash Bandage like that. But unfortunately, Lee Sin's OP, so we won't be able to kill him. But you would want... The lane is going to push right now anyway. Right? So you're going to want to push it as quick as you possibly can, and that was a nice bandage shot, definitely. But unfortunately it just stops right here, just before the tower, and it's a horrible place for it to be in. And that was... Did he just miss his Q? Wow. Yeah, Twisted Fate just missed his Q, so... You can see Mumu just doing OP damage. Here. That was really nice play by Mumu there, sort of looking on the map and knowing Galio's coming. That's just generally having map awareness, and it's a very, very good trait to have. There's like, in my opinion, there's like mechanics and map awareness. So Amumu's shown a display of having both mechanics and map awareness right there, which is really, really good play. Unfortunately, his Teemo's also died twice. But anyway, this Amumu is going to be extremely strong. I would probably go to golems here, smite them, and then go to wolves, and then go bottom or something. But that's just me. It's not that important. But yeah, definitely needs to back now. The earlier you can get the gold for 5, the better. Obviously, as a jungler, even if you want gold for 5, you don't want to prioritise getting the gold for 5 over boots, as you might do on, say, a support. But yeah, you want to rush that as quick as you can. And depending on their team, you might want to go Ninja Tabis as well, but since they have a TF, probably not. And in this game, they also have 2 AD carries, and Vayne with a severe buff can be quite scary, so I always think Galio is pretty good against 2 AD carries as well, because I know Galio wants to build magic damage mostly, but getting all the... If Galio can build like a fairly early death cap, maybe second item death cap, and he taunts the AD carries, and then... Or Amumu ultis all the team, and then Galio taunts all the team, they're just going to blow up and basically just be even more squish for them to destroy. And this is a smart way. See, if you notice, Amumu's going around through mid. Unfortunately, Galio didn't really react at all, pretty much, to that gank. There's not much he can do about that. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing he could do about that. But if you notice that Amumu went around through here to the jungle and to go behind mid rather than just straight through the bushes in mid. This is generally because it gives him more room to. It gives TF less room to run away. So then it generally just increases the chance of getting a kill. So that's why he did it. He's also got a very early level 6 here. And I think he can go back and buy the Hot of Gold. That's why he's going back now, just to get the second gold 5 really fast. And right now, I think Amumu on level 6 is the ultimate bottom lane ganker. Generally, because you can sort of just lane gank from the bushes. If you just tell him to push the lane, you can sort of just lane gank from the bushes, and you can really net some good kills doing that. I haven't played Severe really since they nerfed it. I feel like when you play a short range champion, like 450 range in my opinion, you just say it's short. There has to be some sort of benefit to having the short range. Like Vayne has a roll and extremely high damage, and she can go invisible as an AD. Graves has even shorter range. He has 425, but he has a dash. Really sick lane phase. Well, wow. That was good play from Alistar then, like knowing he was dead, so just running into the tower, and actually wasted someone's flash and made him get executed. That was good play from Alistar and Severe, and not necessarily good play from the purple team. Galio's doing a hell of a lot of damage here. Unfortunately, there's Lee Sin. I think he should back out really. Sort of baiting Tarek in to get killed. Anyway, Amumu's pushing mid, which is a very good choice to do, as it'll make TF lose creeps, and he'll get a bunch of solo lane XP, which is amazing to get on a jungler. And this is all pretty much going to just go straight into the tower. And to be honest, he could probably go top and dive Vayne now. I've noticed a lot of junglers at maybe say like, it's quite a high skill piece of knowledge to have, to know when to dive someone and when not to. It may not seem like it, me just saying it now, but it actually is. I've noticed a lot of junglers under 2k don't realise when someone is diveable under the turret. And you can just tell the lane opponent that you want to dive, and they'll generally go with it. So it can be a beneficial skill to have, because when they get dived under the tower, they just lose all of that XP in CS. And what Amumu, I mean, it was okay, it wasn't that bad, but what he did wrong was he overlapped stuns. It just completely wastes the potential of having so many stuns on your team. If you're going to overlap stuns like that, he probably didn't even need to use his ultimate there. Maybe he was afraid TF would flash away, but overlapping stuns is not something you want to do. I'm pretty sure he got seen then. Yes, he definitely got seen then. Yeah, he didn't. For that, you need to sort of know like Lee Sin is now coming up because he knows he's there. You need to sort of know the view distance of minions, because if you don't, things like this can happen, and you're just basically he's just wasting like now 20 seconds. Vayne is just waiting there because he knows if Lee Sin just goes off and jungles... Okay, Lee Sin's going in to invade now. And TF does his ult so they can see. But no, yeah, that was pretty much just a complete waste of time for Amumu. In the meantime, TF's ganking bottom and just getting some kills, so... Yeah, they definitely saw him there. That was a mistake from Amumu. That's a good ward, though. The blue buff should come up soon, depending on when Lee Sin started it. I don't think he'll be able to get a kill here. You just can't do enough damage fast enough on Amumu. If you catch someone in your own jungle and they have to run away from you as Amumu, you can do a lot of sustained damage. But now they get the free blue buff though, I guess, because Lee Sin's on 30% life, but Teemo isn't coming sadly, and now it's a 3v2. He's on his way though. I would flash over the wall. Yep, perfect flash, and they should still be able to win. If Amumu can go in and queue someone, they should be able to get a kill. Oh yeah, his ultimate comes up just in time. Probably wasn't the best ultimate he could have done, but still fine nonetheless. And Alistar's here from bot lane. That was a horrible flash from Alistar. The Teemo with the triple. Did he exhaust Amumu as well? I didn't quite see that. Wow. This Alistar is just worthless. I'd probably go proc red buff. Oh no, Amumu's just gonna die. Wow. Oh my god. That was a pretty sick play from Amumu then, kiting him around for that long and trading the red buff for Teemo. Okay, that was a really good play from Amumu. But right now, I would buy, if I was Amumu, I would buy this, Glacial Shroud. But nope, he decides to buy Mercury Treads instead, and the Cloth Armor. I suppose that's an okay choice as well, but I think the Glacial Shroud, the cooldown reduction on it can really increase your damage, so that's definitely what I would have bought. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a mistake to buy what he bought instead, but maybe it's not as optimal. Anyway, they have 2 AD carries. Let's check the farm. 50 farm on Vayne by 12 minutes and 80 on Severe. So you can see the top lane isn't really working out as well for Vayne as it maybe would in a duo lane. That's because Vayne isn't exactly a great laner, in my opinion, and she's actually also rushed a Wriggles as well, which will stop a lot of her damage. As Wriggles, I don't really like Wriggles that much as an item, to be honest. I think if you're going to buy Wriggles and you want the lifesteal, just buy a Vamp or just buy a Bloodthirster. I think really, if they're going to gank, if they're going to try and kill people, both Amumu and Amumu and Galio, I mean, they need to make sure they both have their ultimates together. Because Amumu's is going to come up in 20 seconds, and Galio just used his Zen, and Galio's ultimate is a hell of a long cooldown early game. And bot lane is really what they both want to gank together somehow. Maybe Amumu should buy an Oracle. If I was Amumu and I was 2-1-3, I would buy an Oracle now, probably. Generally, buying an Oracle when you're ahead as a jungler just shows an understanding of the game. But Amumu is very, very high level right now for a jungler. Like, Lee Sin is level 7, and Amumu is level 9, and Amumu is not meant to win the jungle early versus Lee Sin. It's just those early ganks you got, I suppose. This is a perfect opportunity. This is a perfect opportunity for him to just rush in an ultimate. Yeah, that's just a good play there from Amumu, just knowing that. I suppose it could have been a bit of luck, because he was just happened to do blue buff at the same time there, but who knows. It was good map awareness anyway, knowing that they were going to go dive him anyway, so that was fine. And yes, this is also a good dragon call, because 2 people are dead, and their smite is dead, and Amumu still has smite. So Amumu is also 2 levels higher than Lee Sin as well, so it's very unlikely that they could get this stolen. If he smites correctly, it's impossible for them to get this stolen. Yeah, that was a good smite. That was a nice smite. Galio right now is rushing the Let me check. It looks like he's rushing this. Yeah, he is. I suppose that's a good item on Galio, but if you constantly have blue and you have the chalice anyway, I'm not sure you need it as much. Tarek's coming in to get TF here. One thing I've noticed about this TF is he just is not buying that many. Okay, he knew he came on a ward there, but he seems to be dying dying 3 times as TF in 15 minutes is quite a lot. You don't want to die that much, and it's probably due to a lack of wards from him. And this is good of Teemo to take the red buff there. It's really going to help him shut down Vayne more. But right now they're all sort of both of them. Yeah, Amumu buys an Oracle now. That was really smart of him. That's definitely what I would have done at least. But anyway, Galio and Teemo are sort of just quite low health and sort of need to get out of there. But I guess they knew Lee Sin was in their jungle somehow. There's a godlike Teemo. I suppose I said the enemy team have 2 AD carries, but also you could sort of count Teemo as an AD carry later on. I mean, he's building Malady now, but there's nothing to stop him from, in the very late game, switching to a proper AD carry build. It can really help him shut down Vayne, I guess, building this Malady early. So he's doing a ridiculous amount of damage now. Yeah, this is what I meant about Galio needing to go back. He had very little health. I think Amumu might lose his oracles here. Yeah. It's the worst thing about taking oracles is when you lose it. It's horrible. Well, Tristana should be able to jump again. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably worth it because an AD, I think getting a kill on the AD carry for getting a kill on the AP carry is always worth it for the AD carry because you're just gonna generally do more damage than him later anyway. So that was fine. So Galio has his Fiend's Unholy Grail now, and he has 97 magic resist and only 130 AP. I suppose that's okay, however I feel Galio should have a hell of a lot more CS than he's got. Galio's one of those champions that is very easy to farm, and it's very easy to take wraiths and things like that. So you should generally, just from experience of seeing Galio's been played in mid, they almost always outfarm the other mid. Just because of their ability, how good their abilities are to be able to, to farm. And Amumu should, in my opinion, be taking Frozen Heart as soon as he can because the enemy team has 2 AD carries. So that just generally means the Frozen Heart is a lot better at shutting down AD carries than Sunfire is. Like the best items to shut down an AD carry. It's Frozen Heart and Randuin's, so you really want to rush those if you're a primary tank. I'm not sure if Amumu can... Yep, Amumu's... Teemo, I mean, is just doing so much damage here. He's also got a Wriggles. He could easily kill Lee Sin as well. He could easily kill him. Like, right now, he could just go up and just own him. He probably should have done that before. I suppose it's a lack of knowledge of his damage for Teemo. And Galio just didn't need to waste ult then, I think. Maybe he doesn't have much confidence in his ability to land his Q, so he's deciding to just ult like that. Yeah, and if I was Teemo, I'd be hitting Twisted Fate instead of Alistar with his ultimate on, as you just don't do that much damage to him, really, when he has his ult on, obviously. Oh man, they've just put themselves in a horrible position here, where Tarek just needs to run, basically, because they have just completely dived the top tower. Like, bot lane had a chance to go back and just run up here from the base. They were there for that long. And when you're tower diving, you don't want to be there for that long. And Tristana's just sort of derping around on bot lane, but yeah. Anyway, I think the best idea for these dailies is people were saying how they want to see the full game and I shouldn't just cut it off at 20 minutes. So what I think the best idea to do was do it in 20-minute segments every day, but split up a game, say a 40-minute game, between 2 days. And maybe if it's a 30-minute game, I'll just do it all at once in 30 minutes. But if it's a 40-minute game, I don't want to do it all at once, as I feel people just aren't going to watch it. It's just too much, I think. And yeah, that's just how I'm going to do it now, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and please, if you like this video, just subscribe to my channel. Thanks.